Hey everyone, what is up? I am back. I've been feeling some major guilt lately about not filming anything. Not because like my viewers demand it, because I have like one viewer, that's my mom. So it's not because of like viewership or anything like that, but it's just more of like self-guilt because I was watching some old footage and feeling really nostalgic, and then I was like, shoot, like if I don't make videos now, future Phoebe will have nothing to look back on. So it was more of like self-guilt of future Phoebe, you know. So here I am back in my apartment in Seattle. I just got off work. I actually got off like pretty much right on time today, which is seriously a rarity for me. Yeah, I get off work late very often, but you know, today was a pretty light day, so I just bolted out of there as soon as I could, and it was really quiet in the office too anyway. But yeah, the thing that I really want to talk about today is update you all on to me it's a big like life change, not a life change, that's so dramatic, but it's a pretty big thing for me. So I recently got a new piercing, which is my first like non-traditional piercing, and I'm so excited to share it with you because I got my conch pierced. Oh yes, focus on it, let me zoom in so you can see. Hello. So yes, I got my conch pierced a little over a week ago. I got it done in Oregon when I went home to visit my mom and brother. And yeah, so it's healing super well. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back out again, oh my gosh. So it's healing super well. Actually like bizarrely well. I just visited a piercer yesterday to get more aftercare, and they were like, oh, like when did you get it pierced? Has it been like 6 weeks? And I'm like, girl, it's been a week. So it's healing super well, which I'm so thankful for, because you know, there are always those dramatic cases where people have like keloids or some other like irregularity, that one exception, you know, and I was worried that it was gonna be me because unfortunate things happen to me all the time. But thankfully this is not one of those times. So yeah, I really like it now, but when I first got it I cried pretty hard. Not because of the pain, as you would think. I barely even felt it, like it was fine. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but I cried upon like leaving, because as soon as I like got up from lying down, I looked in the mirror and my heart like sank. Yeah, my heart sank because my piercer didn't ask me where I wanted it. He just literally told me to lie down. He sanitized my ear and then he just did it. Like he didn't, you know, when you watch any other video or like read about any other piercing experiences, you read that they will like mark something and then they'll have you take a look, make sure that you like the placement of it. But no, my dude just went for it. He like talked it up so much. I was like, so I would love to eventually like get a hoop or something, or be able to do both. And like I'm really particular about the placement. And he's like, I got you. He's like super reassuring. I'm like, tight. He's gonna draw the dot exactly where I want it. I'm like, we're aligned, we're good. No. He meant I got you, as in I'm about to pierce a permanent hole in your ear without asking you where, if you like it, so hold on tight. So you can imagine how horrified I was, because I'm super like, I'm not gonna say I have OCD, but I'm very particular about these things, especially when they're permanent, because if you didn't know, this is a cartilage piercing, so they won't close up. Like there's a hole in my ear now and I cannot close it. So it's not like a lobe where like if you leave it for a few years, like it'll just close up, right? so just all of that hit me at once and I just started bawling my eyes out because I was like, this is permanent, like it's not where I wanted it. So if you look now, the placement looks okay right now, but I wanted it like a little closer to the outside, but it's like very inside. Ow, I just moved it a little bit, but it's very like if I look straight forward, you can't really even like see it. So I wanted it a little closer to the outside edge, and a little bit lower. Like there was this perfect spot where I wanted it because I had this fake like magnetic piercing that I used to like test out like spacing, and like I wore it out even to work to just get a feel for what it would look like on the day-to-day, and I loved where I placed it. And I know what everyone will say, like trust the expert, whatever. I get it. I get it, and I respect his craft. I get it, but at the same time, please respect like the body you're piercing. Like it could have been more of like a conversation, you know? He could have like put the dot where this is, and I would have been like, oh, can you like do it here? And he'd be like, no, this is actually gonna look better. And I would have then felt much better about this placement that I didn't really want. But no, he just like went for it. And I think that I was more like angry than sad, if that makes sense. I was just like, how dare you like not, like I'm paying fully for these services. I even tipped him even after it was like incorrectly placed. So I was just like, ooh. And the thing is, like I read really good reviews about this place that's also a chain, but this guy, like when my mom and I walked up to the shop, he was outside smoking, which is fine, like do whatever you want. He was outside smoking. He was just like, hey, what's up? And I was like, cool, hi. We walk in, like the girl's pretty rude, and like other girls came in and she completely like ignored us, and my mom was literally like trying to like flag them down, you know? But then like my mom and I went to the bathroom, and then once we came out, the guy was like, oh, just like come in here, like I'm ready for you. And we're like, cool. And he like doesn't even introduce himself. He's just like, lie down. And then I'm like, okay. I lie down, and then he's just like talking, and then he pierced it without asking, and then afterwards he's like, by the way, my name's blah. And yeah, and then he's just like, so like wash it, you know, blah blah blah, like really quick aftercare. And he's like, you're good, bye. And then as soon as like I paid and left, he was back on the porch smoking. So I was just like, were you so rushed to go back and smoke that you just wanted to like rush my process? Like he was not patient or like wanting to even have a conversation about this with me, which I think all that, like thinking about it and then paying a pretty expensive price for this, like it just made me so upset. Like I was pretty mad. Yeah, so yeah, as soon as my mom and I went home, I was like bawling. Call me dramatic, but like in that moment I was so infuriated that I was just like crying, and my mom was like, I'm sorry, like I don't know what to do. And she was like slightly afraid because I asked her to film this so that I could include it in this clip. But so on top of my frustration with my piercing process, as soon as we like walk outside, she's like, by the way, I couldn't film I couldn't film it. And I was like, what? I was like, are you kidding me, mom? Because she literally had the phone like to my ear and to my face, and like she was there, but she was like, I accidentally pressed record after the piercing like happened. And I was like, are you're playing with me, right? But no, she really didn't get it. I mean, like, I don't want to be upset about that because it's already like over. Like, what are we gonna do, you know? But at that time I was just like, mom, like how? Well, no, it was like not at that time, it was like after I was like fine with my ear and everything. After I was like cooled down, then I was like, okay, now mom, like how could you do that? But it was more like a joking, like how? So that's my story about my piercing. I really wish I had footage or could, I don't know, share more about it. But yeah, all I can say is that it's healing really well, which I'm really, again, thankful for, because it could be worse. I didn't even have like any swelling or any bleeding, any discharge or crusties as they call it. I didn't have any of that. Like, it's seriously like the best healing I think one could ask for. So even though you can't really see it if like we're head on, my hair is everywhere, so it will cover it most of the time, and I don't really wear my hair up that often, but it's more of like a for me kind of thing. Like, I know it's there, I can see it when I look in the mirror, and I like, you know, so it's more of like a self-appreciation piercing, I guess. Something that I can just enjoy for myself. It's not for like others to see, you know. And when I say that I paid a lot of money for this piercing, the piercing itself was $30, which it's comparable to other places. Yeah, I called before I went in and I was like, how much are your piercings on average? I was like, I want to have, at that time I was like, I want to have a double low piercing and a conch, because I wanted to get my second hole pierced, but I ended up not. He said it's 30 for 2, and I was like, okay, but what if I only want to get one, you know? So I was like, okay. So then I was like, oh, maybe like if I get a conch, it's just 1, so it'll be 15, following that logic. But no, it was 30. Which is okay, but then the jewelry was really expensive. Like, I was thinking it'd be like I was thinking this whole thing would be under $100, like 100 or under. But I ended up spending $150, which is not like, it's not like it was double what I expected, right? But it's still like, I was like, oh. Because the jewelry itself was a little more expensive than I thought. This little stud right here was $111. Woo! Which is fine. I mean, I was just like, are you for real? Because like, this isn't, oh, my mom's calling, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I know it was about my piercing. Maybe it was about the price. Oh, I think I remember. I think I was talking about how simple this jewelry is, how it's just like a plain, oh, I remember now. I was talking about how simple this jewelry was and how the stud is like cubic zirconia, so it's not even a real diamond, which they did have, but I was like, heck no. But the thing that makes this so expensive is that it's real gold, the earring itself. So yeah. Yeah, I still don't think it was supposed to be that expensive, because I think the post, like, I've never seen the post, which is in the back, but I'm guessing that that's not gold. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Oh, I have a mirror. All right, let's see. I don't think the post is gonna be gold. Okay, we gonna zoom. I'm gonna figure this out once and for all. Okay. Yeah, that ain't gold. Heck no. Oh, is it? Wait. Alright. Oh no. Oh no, that is not gold. That is definitely just the plain like titanium bar. But the front of it, here, let me push it out. Front of it here, it should be gold. Or maybe not, I don't know. I may have just gotten scammed. I don't think that that post is gold either, so what is gold? Why did I pay $111 for this? I went to a different piercing shop here in Seattle the other day, or yesterday, and literally their jewelry selection was so much better that I just completely regretted not doing it up here, where there's a more reputable shop. It's just a little higher end. Like, the place that I went looked kind of dodgy, but it had really good reviews. But up here they have really good reviews and they look really nice and clean. So yeah, I had a few regrets there. I was just trying to save some money because in Oregon they don't have tax on anything, so I was just trying to save some money. But ironically, I think I spent more money because I had to come here, and the reason why I went to the piercing shop yesterday was to get more aftercare, as I mentioned. And down in Oregon, they charged me $8 for the spray, but here they charged me $13. Almost double, $3 shy of double. And she was like, yeah, ours is $13. That sounds all right to you? And I'm like, I guess, like, no, but I need it. So, and the reason why I have to buy it is because you can't fly with aerosol. So yeah, I ultimately spent more money. Lesson learned. For my next piercing, I will remember that and probably get it done up here in Seattle. So you know what they say, once you start getting piercings, you can't stop. They're addicting. So I mean, it's not because I got this that I'm like, okay, I need to get more piercing. It's like something I've been thinking about. So now that I've gotten the ball rolling, it's time to get some more. And I'm really pleased to see that it's healing this well, because that gives me hope for the future piercings that I get, that they won't be bad either. So what I'm thinking for this side are like the double like helix piercings up here, like getting 2 of them and having little tiny gold hoops. I think that would be really cute. Maybe like right here too. I know it's like a basic one everyone has and I get it, but I mean, I don't really care. If I think it's gonna look good on me and I want them, why not? I literally like everyone has, I mean not everyone, but a lot of people have the conch too. Like, you cannot be absolutely original in this world anymore, you know? You just gotta be original by being yourself, okay? That got way deeper than I intended, but yeah. Anyway, that's my piercing story. Yeah, I will probably get some new jewelry. I know that earlier I said that I wanted to ideally swap it out for a hoop, but I actually love the stud look as well. And I kind of want to get like a little bit of a bigger, more sparkly stud. There's also like a really cute like hammered texture like moon one, but those, oh, yesterday when I went to the piercing shop, I was just like dying because all of it looks so beautiful, but it's so expensive. I didn't know it was gonna be that expensive. I was like, oh, like what's that tiny one there? Like how much does that one cost? And they're like, oh, it starts at $200. I'm like, I'm offended by the words that just came out of your mouth, okay? So yeah, girls gotta make a lot of money, okay? What do you guys think about my conch piercing? Do you like it? Would you get it yourself? Would you never get it and you're like, girl, why the heck did you do that? That's fine too. But I like it, and that's literally all that matters. So haters gonna hate. Thanks for listening. I'm like a little overwhelmed. Like, this is such a first world problem, seriously, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the amount, like just the heaps of old footage that I have that I need to get to editing. But this is timely, and this, you know, just happened, so I'm gonna be more like excited and wanting to edit it. When I edit old footage, it's more like nostalgia, like, oh, you know, yeah, and like me like slowly going through all the old footage. So it is coming. It'll come someday. I'm not gonna make any promises on a timeline, but it's coming. It'll come. But this one will go live much sooner, and I can promise that because, like I said, it's more like in the moment, so I want to document it sooner. But anyway, just to give a verbal timestamp, today is Monday, April 29th. I can't believe it's almost May. Yeah, today I got asked to speak on an alumni panel at my alma mater, so I just like felt so old, and like it's an event that happens when the year's ending, and so it just like really hit me. It's almost been a year since I graduated. Like all these things, the reason why I was watching old footage is because like I started getting swept up in the nostalgia. But yeah, so it's absolutely wild. But anyway, today's the 29th of April 2019. I got my piercing on the 19th, so it's been 10 days exactly. Okay. That's all. I'm so rusty at filming that this is my poor attempt at wrapping up a video. I was never good at it, but we're worse now. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.